Hello guitar friends! Today we're talking about strumming. Everyone does it, but in all my years of teaching I've seen a lot of mistakes whilst strumming. So the basic idea of strumming is that you can play a harmony or a chord in a certain rhythm. This makes the song or guitar part much more pleasing and engaging to listen to. So what are the biggest problems I encounter while strumming? Well, I see a lot of people playing out of time, hitting wrong strings, not knowing when to strum up or down, play too loud or too soft, and always playing the same strumming pattern. So a lot of these problems will solve with this simple trick. You should definitely master this trick. It will help you develop your strumming tremendously. It will sound much more fluent. It will be much easier playing in time. You will always know when to strum up or down, and it will be less of an effort to play new strumming patterns. So here's a trick. We see a bar as a grid of 16 or 8 notes. We start with 8 and then we continue with 16. So the grid, 8 notes. Our bar is now divided into 8 notes, and that is the speed of our right hand. We don't go faster and we definitely don't go slower. And that is the thing. So like a wheel of a train, we keep on playing down and upward motions, whether we hit the strings or not. And that is very important because that makes our strumming so much more fluently. So we play a C chord, on the count we play down, and on the offbeat we play up. So on the first count we play down, and on the offbeat we play up. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now we can start by omitting some notes. For instance, we can omit the first upstroke. But we have to remember that when we omit the upstroke, we have to make the motion, but we don't hit the string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the rhythm we then have is. Well, that one is easy. But now an example, I think one of the most played strumming patterns, it's this one. Down, down, up, down. And what I often see is this. But that, it's not wrong, but it's so much harder to play fluently, to play in time. So the first up we skip. Down, down, up. And then you end on up, down. So it's important to see that I'm just making the same motion as earlier with my right hand. Check it out. 3, 4. You can see whether I'm playing all the strings or just skipping the strings because the motion stays the same. And that is how I know I'm in time, because I'm just always making that pattern. Okay, now off to the 16 bar pattern. We're gonna make it a little bit more interesting. When you make a grid of 16, you play 16th notes. So that is 4 notes in one beat. So you can say 1 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Yeah, so we've got 16 notes in one bar, 4 notes in one beat. 1 E and A. You can fool around with 16 notes much more than you can fool around with just 8 notes. So the one I'm gonna do is this. Also a strumming pattern which is very common. So it's. And the important thing in this strumming pattern is as well to keep your right hand in motion and not to stop somewhere down or somewhere up. It's. And not. It's not that important that you can say the 1 E and A along with the playing, but it's just important to keep your right hand in motion all times. That is the trick of this lesson. Let's play with me. So first let me play just 16 notes. So you don't see a difference between me playing all the notes or just leaving some out. And that is a trick in making a good strumming pattern. Sound good, sound fluently, sound in time. So here are some examples of some strumming patterns played with this trick. all you can see is my hand moving down and up, and again down and up, always at the same speed. So I hope these tips will give you some insight into strumming. If you've got questions about strumming, please ask me, maybe I can answer them in the next video. And I'll see you next week with another tip of the week video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye bye.